Honorable Secretary General, respected Secretariat, distinguished participants, guests, partners of the project, and media. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to MOSTIMUN, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is a great personal honor to stand here gathered with you today to mark the beginning of MOSTIMUN 2016. My name is Jospa Šaravanja and I stand before you as a part of the organizing team who I joined as a PR manager. Allow me to express a very warm welcome to all of you on the behalf of the organizing team, respected Secretariat, our sponsors, and my own personal behalf. After months of hard work, endless negotiation, sleepless night, and preparation, we have gathered here today on the day when it all starts yet once again. Many of you have traveled long distances to be here with us today, and that just goes to show exactly how important our work is. We hope that you are all, despite the trip, well-rested, excited, and prepared to join MOSTIMUN 2016 and have a truly amazing experience. In the upcoming days, you will test your debating skills, your persuasive skills, even your charisma. You will share your knowledge, expand your knowledge, and have numerous fruitful debates upon the interesting topics at hand. To those of you who are already considered MUN veterans, we hope that we will exceed all of your expectations and that we will provide you with one of the best conferences in your entire MUN career. To those of you who are just starting, for whom MOSTIMUN is just a first step in an MUN path, we know you must bear many questions in mind. And yes, all of this might seem unsure and scary, and you might not know exactly what your role in this part is. But rest assured, we were all beginners once. Exactly 1 year ago, if I may add on a personal note, I was sitting in between you and standing in your shoes, and I did not have a clue about what MUN is, or what were the procedures and the debates that followed. And I survived, thus so will you. To all of you, we hope you take away only the best of what we've prepared for you. We hope that the effort we've put in will show through numerous friendships made, through amazing debates and great counsels on these interesting topics. And yes, while MUNs require a lot of hard and dedicated work, we hope that you don't forget to unwind, have fun, and actually explore the magnificent culture of the city that you're in. Now allow me to introduce some of the people that have contributed to MOSTIMUN 2016 the most. Our project manager is Yasmin Juliman. Secretary General Tomic. Deputy Secretary General Mina Ivic. And last but not least, our Editor-in-Chief, Philip Tidney. Thank you, Milos, for yelling. Now to introduce our first speaker. Well, he's the man that I have no proper words for, and do keep in mind I do study two great world literatures. So how do I describe him? The man who spent the last several months tough-loving the organizing team and the Secretariat, the sleep-deprived man, the one who overlooked the entire process of anything related to MOSTIMUN 2016, and the man who truly had our back whenever we needed him, despite the fact that he was never physically here. One of our biggest supporters, and one of the people who carried out the biggest burden of MOSTIMUN 2016, our Secretary General Tomic.
Thank you, Josipa, for this introduction. I did the work, I'll just open the conference. So, distinguished members of the Secretariat, honorable delegates, members of the press team, dear Executive Committee, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to say that I feel honored and delighted to welcome you at MOSTIMUN 2016, and I say this for at least two very important reasons. First, there is a thing about MOSTIMUN that all alumni members dare not to speak about. For the sake of the clarity, while risking the retribution from the higher forces, allow me to name that English should not be named. It's called the MOSTIMUN curse. Now let me elaborate a little bit more. For the last 2 years, the original Secretary General of the conference, alongside several members of the Secretariat, somehow failed to be at the actual conference. Having said that, we lost 3 members of the Secretariat so far. However, both me and Nina are still standing here. And needless to say, it's now up to you to start placing your bets on who is going to be next. Secondly, and more importantly, coming back to MOSTIMUN, as always, feels like coming back home. And as you may know, it's good to be home, so thank you for that. I would also like to say that, even though it was mentioned before, that MOSTIMUN is being organized by a small yet extremely dedicated executive committee, and it's supported with a seasoned MEN Secretariat. Our aim here is to offer students from around the world an exciting and rewarding educational experience, which is delivered in an environment that is supportive and conducive to both academic, personal, and professional growth. Excuse me. Now, a little bit more on substantive matters. The world has evolved greatly since the founding of the United Nations. As you know, today we are once again faced with the issues that are bound to fundamentally change the way we think and act in the international community, as well that will force us to revisit the ways in which we manage relations between states, between societies, cultures, and several others extremely important relevant stakeholders. A widening gap between the rich and the poor, the implementation of the newly adopted agenda on sustainable development, the issues of international terrorism, global refugee crisis, and so on, will be just few of the issues that will be tackled in the next few days. And these are not easy issues. To move further on, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for me to introduce you to the MOSTIMUN 2016 Secretariat. The Security Council will be kept safe in the hands of Paul Gigagulovic and Nikola Petrovic. The Human Rights Council is entrusted to the last year's Secretary General, Maciek Lekowski, and his talented sidekick, Sofia Stefanovic. The glorious Arab League will be governed by supreme leaders. Who else than Miloš Aleksić and Paula Mark? The past will be revisited through the historical committee under the reign of Gaspar Szczepinšek and Ana Hristović. The man you should fear the most, who has the power of the media in his hands, the one and only Filip Citin. Last but not least, the partner in crime and invaluable member of the Secretariat, I present you Deputy Secretary General Nina Ilic. So, to cut this short, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start the show. But before we do that, we'd like to ask you to help us make this the best conference there ever was. So, the bar has just been risen. And on the final note, the Secretary General of MOSTIMUN 2016 has just reported for duty. Thank you very much.
How about another warm round of applause? Now, as we've introduced the Secretariat, I only think it would be fair to introduce the organizing team as well. They have put in great amounts of effort within the last few months, and of course they deserve some recognition. Not all of them are here. Some of them are still running to make sure that everything goes well in the following days. So we'll go in this order. Again, our project managers, Jasmin Juliman and Zana Lefera. My colleagues from the PR team, Matteo Gadic and Ega Maric. The delegate team that stood by all of those mails, stood behind the mails that you sent them. If you had any questions, the delegate team, Andrea Rotim, Amel Sadikovic, Ivana Matic, and Filip Lutko. Sponsors team, aka the people that have done this, Adnedim Çahay and Ali Muhamedovic. Last but not least, the man flying solo in his team, Faris Lepara Logistics. Next is the very familiar face of MOSTIMUN. If you've even once attended MOSTIMUN, you must know her. It's Zana Lepara.
Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, chairs, Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, I wish you all welcome here. I won't be speaking so long. I'm so tired of making everything ready. I would like to thank our partners, sponsors, and everyone who saw who realized the importance of our conference and who came here. Also, I would like to say thank you to our organization team who helped a lot in organizing everything and make everything ready for today. I'm so sorry that it's raining outside, but we couldn't make anything. But I'm sure that everything else will be clear. And once again, I wish you all welcome here and have a nice time here.
Thank you, Zana. In all fairness, MOSTIMUN 2016 wouldn't be what we envisioned it could be if it wasn't for the people who recognized our efforts, our work, and our goals. If it wasn't for the people who made this a vision that came to life. Our biggest supporter stands with us here today. It is the German Embassy to Bosnia and Herzegovina. It truly cannot be said enough that working with you was a great pleasure and an even greater honor. As words cannot demonstrate our deep gratefulness, we hope you take personal pride in MOSTIMUN 2016 as it is your project as well. So thank you for the cooperation you've shown us thus far, and we hope to continue it in the future. We present to you the Honorable Representative of the German Embassy, Gabriel Koval-Mantelo.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. I don't think I have such a big fan club as these gentlemen here, but I'm very excited about the project that you're doing here because you seem to have such a good atmosphere that it can just be a very, very nice conference. So I wish you a lot of success with it, and despite the weather, please enjoy the days, and we were very, very glad that we could help you with this project.
If we could just invite you back to come here and invite them as well to give you a symbolical present that only goes to demonstrate just how grateful we are.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. I do have a fan club. Thank you.
Yes, you do have a fan club, and quite a big one, I might add. Dear participants, I'm sure you've probably already seen some familiar faces in the room and you're eager to go and say hello. Or you're probably tired from the trip and need your morning dose of coffee. In any case, as you might have seen on the agenda, we will have a 15-minute break and we'll come back here at noon. Until then, thank you.